I am the sensei of this dojo. The rotten way stands. The rotten nation, throw your hands up high for your victor.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. That was cringy. I'm not doing that. You know what? Welcome to Real Talk with Daniel. We're going to be discussing different disgusting topics, and today on our very first show, we're going to be discussing e-feds. Ugh. If you call yourself an e-fed and claiming you're an e-fed, just please shield my eyes. Please get me the bucket. Yeah, but we're going to be talking about e-feds today. And this show is going to be about just whatever. Me giving my honest opinions and my love and support. We're not negative. We are not trying to bring people down. We are just trying to say the truth about everything that goes on in these things. And the juice. The nice and juicy topics. Juice. The very first e-fed. Well, let's define what an e-fed is. It's very, very disgusting. It might make you want to puke. And it's very nauseating to think about. You go on your PlayStation, you open up communities, and you search in WWE 2K19. And you search in communities, and there's these kids are like, oh, FWF. EPW, JPWC.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't even know what the hell, whatever they have. You know, you can make 3 random letters up and like you can do like WWE like C, and they have these rules like disgusting, like no puppy guarding the ring, like no stomping, like no hitting your finisher after 3. You can't even hit your finisher. You can't even access the game. But the first e-fed we're going to be talking about, wow, that was delicious, is FWF. FWF is by far the most nauseating, disgusting e-fed out there.
Love you too, Mason. Now come over here and suck my BBC.
They're all like 20, 30-year-old men in the chat, like doing text chat promos. And they're like, start. Walks in. He enters his lair. He takes out his sword and says to the ring, like, these guys are very, very weird. I just have to say, like, e-feds are weird. And then you have like, oh no, the lightning comes out and the night fox jumps out from the ring and scares. He like in brackets and everything. They're all like 30-year-old men. It was me and Billy, and we were having a tag team match against him and some random, like, men. And these random men, he's like, oh, you're going to have to fight them. And let me tell you the rules. No standing outside the ring for longer than 2 seconds. So if you step your toe, literally, if you step your toe out, he's like, oh, and he'll, like, strike you with his sword like Mr. Sensei.
I am the sensei of this dojo. The rotten way stands. The rotten nation, throw your hands up high for your victor.
We fight these kids, all right? And we mop the water with them. We're dominant 2K players. So then he's like, oh, next you're fighting me and my boyfriend for the tag team championships. We're starting to beat these kids. We beat them, and goes, oh, you're disqualified for using an illegal maneuver. But we weren't using illegal maneuvers. So gets mad, and he starts like calling us like crybabies, chickens, because we didn't want to rematch him. So he's like, oh, if you rematch, then if you don't rematch, we win the titles and we're more superior and dominant than you. If someone says they're more superior and dominant than you in a 2K match, I'm sorry to say, but you're Mr. out here. He's like, oh, we're far more men than you. I'm like, hold the phone. It's a 2K video game. You're acting like it's It's the holy grail. You're acting like you're in the like national championships about to win money. Like the Mr. Goldilocks that dominated AJ Styles. We play these kids 4 different times and win. They're finding every excuse. This is e-feds for you. Unfortunately, there's grown men posing to be women in there. I mean, yeah, that's okay in our society, but they're like pretending to be divas. Like, it's a 2K video game, and what are you gonna have, like a men's and women's division? And they're posing to be women, and they're not even women. They're like, oh, make me a sandwich. Or they're like, oh, yeah, that's where you're at the back of the line for a title shot. They have, like, many different titles. They like to entitle all their players. And they say, oh, we have 577 members. And we are the best in the 2K community. Types of people. You got the normal people like you and me. Then you got the people that are the negative Nancys.
I like to put my boot over your fucking neck, right on your Adam's apple, kid. Just choke the fucking daylife out of you.
The whiny baby bitches.
All I gotta say, Mason, that's a hypocrite move. You're yelling at me for arguing in your chat, but I asked you 3 times nicely to stop arguing in my chat, and you just didn't. I don't want to hear it at all.
The weirdos that like say, oh, let's just fax over the paperwork. Yeah, you got people like acting like it's the professional wrestling leagues, like, oh, I got my entrance and I got this. Then you got straight up virgins living in their mother's basements at like 40 years old. Then you got the men with wives that like the wives don't even know that they play this video game. And they're like, oh, I gotta hide it from my wife. I'm a baby. Then you got your like straight up weird people. Like the people that like, hey, you want my number? Then that's no bueno. That's like, get the fuck off my TV type shit. You know what's even sad? These also are the types of people that try to join RW, and they turn on their camera and they're like this close to their camera, or like they get like camera shot, like, hi, my name is Joe. Then you got the like trailer park people that don't even know how to use their camera. They're like, what is this ancient thing, like tapping random buttons, and they accidentally turn on their camera. Nemesis and Paradosa come out wearing infamous shirts and defend Kadar from the Mafia. Oh no, they're coming to his aid. I'll put my milk in your mouth and let you get a taste of the greatness the millions of dollars brings. Hold on. Hold Christmas milk back. You ain't getting off that easy. This Monday on the 2nd episode ever of Blackout, the main event will be Christmas and his $1 million Mafia taking on Kadar, Nemesis, and Paradosa. Kadar watches Nemesis and Paradosa present J Money in front of him. They lift him up and Kadar spears him as they powerbomb him. Nemesis and Paradosa offer their hands for a handshake. He then turns around and all three embrace and a hug. Screen goes black. The last thing seen is all 3 men raising each other's arms.
J Money, you brought a hard fight, and for that, the Rotten King repays you with honor, courage, bravery.
Bloody or not, I'll still survive against you. Matter of fact, put me in a ring against all of you. Put me in a ring against all 100 of you. I'll still survive.
Kadar walks down to the ring for the first time since he lost his FWF World Championship. His hair has grown substantially, and there is a tiny scar in the spot he was bro kicked. Okay. There was a scar? A scar? What, did he bro kick you with his fucking metal cleat? I'm sorry, but this is a video game. No scars. And then the fact that he has to send a picture of his short ass hair just completely throws off the promo. You got all these different types of people, and you know what? They're all in the same community. E-Feds.